years ago, some friends of mine and I decided to do a talk show, a morning show. And we did it because Christians were so sour. And many Christians said they had trouble recommending to their friends that they listen to Christian radio because it was so sour and so limited and so judgmental and so guilt-producing. And so we decided we're going to do something that will fix that and it'll sweep the country. Well, it didn't. It died after a year. It was on 10 stations and we needed 20 to make it. And managers, Christian managers would come to me and say, Steve, that's some of the best radio I've ever heard in my life, but I can't put that on my station. Do you know the Christians would crucify me if I put, let me tell you what the problem was. And by the way, we got 200 calls of complaint the first week when we were on in Atlanta. Every morning we started the program by saying this program is like eating a live frog first thing in the morning so that nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. Eating a frog. That drove people, and I gave 3 free sins. That's where the title of that book came to anybody who called who was a Christian. I told pagans they had to pay for their own sins. And if you called on a cell phone, you got 6 free sins. We had Gandhi come on our program. He was a cow because, you know, they believe in, and he had a keeper, and you could hear the door open and then the mooing, and we would ask him questions. It was not politically correct. And we would ask him questions, and the answers would be so funny, it would blow you. We had a little man from Mars who came in quite often, and he would leave in his spaceship and leave his left-hand turn signal on as he made his way to the other planets. And a lady in Atlanta called the manager and said, I think I'm calling up to complain. Said, but I went to my Bible study and everybody was laughing about that. So maybe I'm wrong, but I went home and told my husband, and he started laughing and he thought it was wonderful. And all of a sudden it began to catch. They picketed us in Seattle. And the manager, who was a friend of mine, said, his staff member came and said, they're out front picketing us because of that program. And he said, thank God, it's the first time they've even known we were here. What were we doing? We were showing the true face of the Christian faith. There were moments of great seriousness when we would reference Christ, but it was very clear that we were normal human beings having a good time doing what God told us to do. And it was a tremendous witness, and they took us off the air. But it did reference a problem in the church, and the problem is in the place of laughter. The laughter that is the flag flying over the resonance of joy in the Christian's life.